PBA Hall of Famer Mike Aulby is only one of 6 men to ever collect Pro Bowling's elusive Triple Crown, which wins in the USBC Masters, the Tournament of Champions, and what is now known as the PBA World Championship. Aulby won his first PBA National Championship back in 1979 as a rookie against the great Earl Anthony, and then won it again 6 years later in the 1985 edition, and was ultimately named that year's Player of the Year. Aulby division play of the PBA World Championship rolls on from Las Vegas. Josh Blanchard eliminated with the 139. Kretzer, Fagan, Belmo move on to match number 2. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, Chris Barnes back here with you. Jason Belmonte, kind of a ho-hum 188, 4 strikes, had 2 opens. Yet you get the feeling, Randy, he's this close to figuring out the lanes.
Well, he didn't miss the pocket from the 6th frame on the last game. And what Belmo's waiting on, or hoping on, is that the lanes break down enough to where he can move in and create more angle. And once that happens, he's going to be a handful.
Now, Mike Fagan with the 194, but Chris, you're saying he needs to make a move immediately or he's out.
That's what I think, absolutely. I think he played him straight that first game. He thought the scoring pace was going to be low. He was right. Josh had he had a train wreck game. I think now he has to move probably 8 or 9 left with his feet, get his target in on 23, 24, 25 to get left of where Belmo and at least as far left as Kretzer to have a chance to advance to the final. And
there is Kretzer, the guy who had the high score, 231 with 8 strikes. Let's see what he has in store here in match number 2. So Jason Belmonte will start us off here in match number 2. Best ever finish here at the PBA World Championship, 7th in 2010. Good start. Brian Kretzer, the high man in the opening game, finished 2nd in this tournament, 2003 in Taylor, Michigan, just outside of Detroit. Whoa, late drop of the 10.
Oh my God.
Here's Fagan, the guy that Chris said had to make a big move here in match number 2.
Opting not to do it so far.
Yeah, I was going to say it hasn't happened yet. Still really straight, Rob.
Hard to argue with that result. Kretzer with the spare.
Michael's targeting around 19. Belmonte and Kretzer both in around 24, 25 at the arrows.
Well, I got to tell you guys, the more bowling balls that go down the lane, I think the more it favors this guy right here.
Making his 9th career TV singles appearance, Jason Belmonte. Two-handed style. Perfect.
He's got a little hold now. I think you're absolutely right, Randy. He can open it up enough now to get it back. Now he's got a little hold. That shot was 3-6-10 the first game.
Kretzer in the 2nd. Spare strike to start. Now Fagan up here to finish off the 2nd frame. Will this be the frame that he decides to move in? And that is an emphatic no from Mr. Fagan as he begins match 2 with a double as he continues to dance with the one he brought to Vegas. Belmo looking to start match 2 with a triple. He's got it figured out.
So once the oil pattern breaks down enough and he can move farther left and open his angle up a little bit to the right with that kind of power, tall order to beat that.
And Jason can keep going left. Keep going left.
Unlimited.
Keep going left. I mean, he could go left into the crowd if he needed to. We've seen him hang over around the...
And Chris Kretzer's angle is still good enough to give him, in my opinion, pin carry that will still allow him to bowl a good game. He's not too far left yet.
No, he's not too far left yet. The scary thing is Jason's ball speed is 3 miles an hour faster.
Fagan perfect through 2. 3 for 3 for Fagan. Michael holding true to his first match style. Will that continue? Match 2 wraps it up from Vegas when we return. Mike Fagan 3 for 3. Ditto for his buddy Jason Belmonte. The PBA World Championship is brought to you by Jack Links. Jack Links Beef Jerky, feed your wild side. By Storm, bowlers serving bowlers. Storm is the bowler's company. By Bear, try Bear Advanced Aspirin, extra strength pain relief, twice as fast as before. And by Ebonite, bowl to win. Randy, I'm still waiting on your Christmas present from you. I'm going to give you an idea. You can fire me up an official PBA jersey, customizable jerseys, designs for individuals or teams, still available over at PBA.com. Hurry up. Can you get me a PDW one, maybe?
No, I'm going to get you one with a big, giant ham bone on the front.
Do they make those? If not, they should. And I should get a cut. Jason Belmonte looking to open up. Speaking of a ham bone, with an opening ham bone.
Not quite the same response Weber gives you when he gets his ham bone, but pretty exciting messenger nonetheless.
Late kick at the 10. Here's Kretzer looking for 3 in a row. Oh, boy. Brooklyn. Well, he'll certainly take it. Little reaction there from Kretzer, a kind of guy that seems to take things in stride. Maybe a little too much so, according to Fagan.
Brian Kretzer is more of a laid-back guy, you know, just kind of out here and you know, good demeanor, but I don't know if he's got that drive to really to want it as much as Jason Belmonte wants it, and myself, really.
Maybe a good thing for Fagan that Kretzer didn't hear that. Might be the motivation he needs to get it done today. But right now, Fagan and Belmo lead Kretzer by 10 here at the bottom of the 4th.
Oh, I can't believe Murphy's Law normally right there. That's the ring in 10.
Opening 4-bagger for both Belmo and Fagan here in match number 2.
And that's why Mike Fagan is bowling in the World Championships, and I'm sitting here next to you.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of with you. You would think he would be trying to do a little bit more of what this guy's doing.
Drops the nickel, does Belmo.
Yeah, Fagan is one of the best in the world at not only playing the gutter, but playing the left gutter. And he's awfully good in between, too. I think sometimes he doesn't believe in himself as much as the rest of us know how good he is. And sometimes tries to play away from where other guys are playing. And I think he can beat just about anybody shot for shot.
Another strike there for Kretzer.
Nice bridge.
Right now in the breaks category, Brian Kretzer way ahead. Brooklyn trip 4 and another 4-bagger, or as my friend and colleague likes to call it, a ham bone.
That is back to back to back ham bones.
Cross it off your bucket list, my friend.
That in a 300 game someday. Someday. Fagan looking for 5 in a row. Yes! Well, let's flash back, guys, to last week. Match number 2, PD dub, Sean Rash. Strike after strike after strike. They took it deep. We were teased with a taste of a double 300 game. Belmo, Fagan, both perfect through 5 right now. Long ways to go before we start discussing in further detail 300 games.
Rob Stone just cracked open a 6-pack right next to me. Yeah, remember last week, Weber had the front 8, Sean Rash had the front 9. Pretty exciting stuff. All of a sudden, this match shaping up to look just like last week.
Oof.
And of course, Kretzer's best shot doesn't strike.
Got it outside.
Pretty big believer if it all evens out, but sometimes it doesn't even out quite that quickly.
So Fagan's run comes to a close there.
And that's kind of what you would expect, trying to play this oil pattern the way he's trying to play it, if he misses just a crack to the right.
Our friends at Kegel have given us the cat system, and that was a board right of the last one was high flush. BK and Belmo have more room than that.
He's throwing it at 20 miles an hour, and he's reduced his rev rate. So, I mean, obviously his intent is to go straighter. But with that being said, all it takes is for him to miss a board right and leave a bucket or a 2-5 like he just did.
Yeah.
That big backswing of Fagan gets him a spare.
There are times, though, when you're feeling it and you're in good rhythm and you're not afraid to just go out and just pure shot after shot after shot.
And that's Belmo right now, perfect through 6. He's on top here. And match number 2 is buddy Mike Fagan, 12 behind. Brian Kretzer trailing Fagan by 9 pins as we begin the 7th. Seven in a row to open up.
Redonkulous.
Here are Belmo's last 5 frames, courtesy of the CAT system. And check out the consistency in speed and position at the arrows midway down the lane. All of them nearly identical, just freakishly good stuff there. Kretzer, little right of target.
Half a loaf.
Oh, Kretzer. God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God.
Cross is about 23. This one looks pretty good, but this left lane pretty consistently has been tighter down lane throughout our whole World Series of Bowling shows. And you miss it just a little bit, doesn't make it.
Kretzer cleans that one up in the 7th.
Well, I know Mike has been playing to the right, but I really feel like he should be in through here.
Leaves the 7.
Obviously, at this point, he's pot committed. And he's going to stay where he's at, and he's going to try and outbowl these guys. And so far, he's doing a pretty good job of it. He's throwing better shots than anyone, but he's got the toughest road to get there.
Well, I don't know if I agree with better than anyone. I mean, this guy's making some pretty good shots, too. But the bottom line is, if Michael Fagan didn't think he had a chance doing what he's doing, he wouldn't be doing it.
Boom!
You know what we call that, Rob? You call a 4-bagger a ham bone. I call that mungus. As
Humongous?
Yeah, as in humongous. This is just ridiculously nasty. That kind of speed with those RPMs at that angle, it's almost unfair.
Belmo just 4 strikes away now from a very elusive goal. Kretzer gets the pocket to collapse there.
He's only down by 13. He strikes in the 8th. He still has the 9th and 10th frame. Not over yet for Brian Kretzer.
Fagan, after that lights out start, 5 straight strikes, has gone spare. Here he is in the 8th. The lead over Kretzer. Top 2 move on, and the 10-pin is resilient. And Fagan mumbling to himself, ball change.
It almost seems like his pocket is really narrow, whereas Belmonte's is really wide.
All right, it's the whole idea of creating revolutions, creating entry angle. You make your pocket wide. He's purposely shutting it down a little bit, making it narrower.
9 in a row for Belmo. Fagan and Kretzer bowling for second right now here in the second match.
Here for Mike Fagan after 8 frames. Belmonte, Fagan, Kretzer trails by 12.
Fagan eyeballing the leaderboard that the fans and the bowlers can see. So he and Kretzer are going at it. The other storyline is the big one. Jason Belmonte, flawless through 9. Fagan will watch behind Kretzer as Belmo moles a perfect game. Oh, the left side, a late delay collapse.
Let's cut the deficit to 2.
Fagan's rebuttal here in the 9th. Through the nose.
Mike Fagan's in trouble. Big trouble.
Fagan will think about it. Belmonte will step up in the 10th. Nothing but strikes from the Australian thus far. The Bo Derek. Perfect 10 from Belmo thus far.
You couldn't wait to say that.
Oh, he's handling it very well. I don't know what the internal body temperature is right there and the heart rate. But from the outside, Belmo handling it better than his friend Mike Fagan, who is collapsing right now. We switch back to the left lane. 2 strikes away from perfection. Jason Belmonte. One away.
Get ready, Rob Stone. You may be able to cross something off your bucket list.
Let me just pull it out of my pocket. I'm ready. Got my pen set. Kretzer. Trying to close out Fagan here and move on. Didn't like it.
God.
That's huge. He needs to fill 18 pins in the 10th frame to shut Fagan out. Breaking that down to get 9. Tremendous break.
But first, Jason Belmonte. It's only happened 20 times under the lights of TV. A perfect game. 1 strike away from a 300. Yeah! Give it to him!
Oh my goodness.
Finally, I've seen a 300 game.
Yeah, you could have bet $1 million that game wasn't happening.
Oh, that's awesome. We were teased last week by PD Dub and Sean Rash, and Belmo delivers the goods. Another look at his 12th shot. Everybody standing up. Holds the pose, celebrates. Now it turns to Fagan in the 10th. It's at 201, big strike.
Right now, Brian Kretzer can advance to the final match against Jason Belmonte, but he needs 9 pins on this ball.
He's got 8.
8-10 for 8. Mike Fagan needs 2 more strikes to tie.
You gotta be freaking kidding me.
Belmo already in the books with a 300. Kretzer done at 231. Fagan, 2 strikes to equalize.
And makes a ball change in the 10th frame.
Yeah, I think this is a great move to make a ball change. The one he was using, obviously not quite good enough. Hadn't struck in 4 shots since the 5th frame. Makes the blind ball change in the 10th. He's got to have all 3. If you don't think you can throw 3 with the one you got to make a change.
Needs 2 to tie.
There we go.
Nope. Kretzer moves on. Belmo. Perfection. Kretzer, 231. They both advance. Ah, the smile. Says it all. A 300 game for Belmo, and he moves on. His work, though, not done yet today.